Could improving market conditions mean a stronger IPO market for 2013? We speak to Jeff CORBIN, CEO of KCSA Strategic Communications, about why he thinks social media IPOs may be on their way out. Jeff, good to have you with us.
Nice to be with you, Michael.
So I wonder if the IPO failure of Facebook really has scared people away. Is that your suggestion here?
I don't think it's necessarily just Facebook and the fact that their IPO was a debacle. I think it's a confluence of events, the fiscal cliff, also what's happening in Europe. It's still unresolved. Consumer sentiment here in the States. These are all issues that, according to the attorneys that we spoke to, are reasons why they're not overly optimistic about 2013 in the IPO market.
So you figure it'll be flat, better, or worse than 2012?
So two-thirds of the attorneys that we surveyed, and we surveyed 50 attorneys who had advised on almost 90% of all IPO transactions in 2012. About two-thirds of them said that the IPO market, they're expecting it to be flat this year. One-third were a little bit more cautiously optimistic and believe that the IPO market will pick up in 2013. Any
big blockbusters, do you think?
See, that's an interesting thing. We had Facebook as the blockbuster of 2012. Right now, based on the pipeline, there's about 150 companies that have registered to go IPO in 2013. No major blockbusters in sight.
Why do you suppose that is?
I think for several reasons. One, as you mentioned before, Facebook, all the hype has kind of tempered the market so that any company that might be considered a blockbuster is reticent to announce and to build up hype themselves. That's really the main reason at this point. Also, we have the Jobs Act, which was put into place last year, and the purpose of that was to encourage more companies to try and take advantage of the U.S. capital markets, and in doing so, they don't have to reveal their public filing. They can keep it in confidence until about 3 weeks before they go on their roadshow.
So have you seen an uptick in those types of confidential filings thanks to the Jobs Act?
So the only thing we can say, because obviously those filings are confidential, is based on our survey, and in speaking to the attorneys, almost all of them said that there will be quite more of IPOs than are currently in the pipeline, based on the confidential filings. So they would be a good idea as to what's going to be.
Muddy waters certainly shone a spotlight and tried to clear some of that water there over IPOs out of China. We had our Sinoforest scandal here in Canada this year. What do you expect as far as IPOs out of Beijing?
So there's still an expectation when we look at the overall pool of foreign issuers, there still is an expectation that China will have some IPOs coming out of the United States this year, although the enthusiasm for China has greatly diminished, particularly since last year and the year before.
So where are you expecting to see the IPOs to come from? What sectors are we talking about here, Jeff?
It's kind of what we're seeing in the overall, the news that's being reported around the world. So certainly technology, mobile technology, not so much social media technology, but more enterprise software, hardware. So technology, we'll see IPOs coming out of that sector. We also, obviously, green is hot, so energy companies going public. And then, of course, with Obamacare about to start in a few days, we're expecting to see IPOs coming out of the healthcare sector.
Now, when you say healthcare, are we talking about healthcare technology, consumer-based healthcare? Where's the ground floor opportunities in that space?
I believe, based on our survey, that it's across the board. With Obamacare, there are going to be thousands of new types of opportunities that are going to present themselves in the coming years, and there are going to be companies out there that are going to look to take advantage of the U.S. capital markets in doing so.
Any particular sector where we're seeing an unexpected drop-off in interest in going public?
You know, I think it's not so much of a drop-off as it is that investors, based on our survey, investors are looking for more stable traditional types of investments, so companies that have known revenue that they can talk about, known profits that they can talk about, nothing that where valuation is uncertain. So in the example of Facebook, a lot of money was poured into Facebook, but at that time no one really understood how to value this company.
Well, Jeff, we appreciate your insight. All the best for the new year to you, sir.
Same to you.